So I figured I'd go live. I mean, things are pretty slow lately. Got a lot of the same regurgitated articles coming out about Johnny maybe going to be in Pirates. Little thing here or two or three, or let me have a little more hot chocolate about you know who. But I don't know. Just feels like I log online and I'm like, what do I want to find today? It's just like, nothing really seems like it's like going on. Like, yeah, there's like some political stuff, obviously, and we got the trade wars and whatever, but I don't really talk about that so much. So, aside from like political stuff, I don't know, things feel like pretty meh lately. I guess in May, I think the Diddy thing's officially going to court. Seems like Diddy's kind of like fallen off a little bit. I mean, even like Meghan and Harry, which is usually at least a mild point of interest. They haven't been doing much, so I don't know. I figured I'd go live, see how it goes, see who shows up. I'll give it a little time, and if there's some people here, I'll keep going for like an hour, and I'll just I was gonna say use Colonel Kurtz to catch up on Blake Lively, but use doesn't sound like a nice word, but I have no other word to use at the moment. All right, so I think something like she said she filed a complaint against them. I don't know. Let's see what we got.
I want to file an official complaint with the New York Bar Association about what Blake.
Did she say I want to or she did?
I want to file an
She
official
wants to.
complaint with the New York Bar Association about what Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds and their shady legal team pulled.
All right, so copy of my complaint here. Get to the mail room here. Is it mail for collection slot? Go.
Mm-hmm.
You'll remember last week we found out that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds and their shady legal team filed a fake lawsuit months ago. Before all of this started, they filed a fake lawsuit using a fake shell company called Van Zandt in order to officially get their hands on private text messages from Justin Baldoni's publicist that, of course, they'd already gotten.
All right, so I didn't hear a word that she said because that's just how I roll. What's up, Laura? Nice to see you. Laura and Laura and Laura and Laura. All right, so apparently Colonel Kurtz is going to file this complaint against them. Hey, cool. Hey, anything you could do to keep the ball rolling, keep it interesting, I'm totally for it.
Access to under the table, unethically, I'd say illegally, by Steph Jones. And of course, Steph Jones is one of the big villains in this whole saga. But she had already given these confidential texts, the contents of these confidential texts to Blake and Ryan's team. But of course, they weren't able to use them unless they could get their hands on these texts through an official subpoena. And so that's what this fake lawsuit was for. It was a fake lawsuit, sham lawsuit, fake company, shell company. The whole thing was a charade. And I have seen a number of lawyers online talking about how this was shady, this was unethical, and it was perhaps illegal. I watched Candace Owens' show the other day, and she was talking about how she had spoken to a number of experts who said that they couldn't believe that this fancy legal team had engaged in these types of shenanigans. So I don't know. I know that there's a lot of debate about this, but here's what I think. At the very least, I want someone official to look into this shit. And so I was trying to think about what could be done about this. And
Yeah, I mean, things get out there, and sometimes it seems like the internet and like everybody in the world knows it, but there doesn't seem to be any legal punishment for so many things that go on.
occurred to me that if you want to hold someone to account for something, one of the best ways of doing that is to trap them in the gears, in the bureaucratic gears of an administrative investigation. And I don't hold out any hope that this is going to trigger some major investigation, but at the very least, what it'll do is it will force someone in an official capacity to at least look into this. The attorneys responsible for this BS will be contacted. They'll be questioned about this. They will have to.
Are you sure? I mean, not for nothing, but I think they can just ignore it. I'm no legal expert. Maybe if they ignore it, you can follow up and say they ignored it, but they could maybe just ignore it. What's up, Lori? Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. It's appreciated. They subpoenaed text messages in a dirty way Blake behaves. Yeah, I agree. That's one of the reasons, and they don't look too off either. I mean, who's older? Is Amber actually older than her? It's weird because they both look like older, but I think it feels like I don't know. Just don't hold my feet to the fire, but it feels like Blake Lively's like an older spirit than Amber. Like, I mean, at least Amber tries to be youthful with like shit she does. I mean, anyway.
Explain themselves, and someone is going to look into this. And who knows, someone might actually get in trouble for this. So I am going to show you the process by which I am filing this complaint. And so I'm Googling New York Bar Association complaint. And then I see an entry here for how to file a complaint against a lawyer or judge in New York. Click on that.
Good stuff.
And it says here, if you believe a lawyer may have violated the rules of professional conduct, yes, indeed, I do, you can write a letter to the appropriate attorney grievance committee or fill out and submit a form available from their websites. The form, and it also says that if you plan to fill in and email this form, you also need to post a copy or send 2 copies in the post if you don't plan to email. So I'm going to be filling this out online, and then I'm also going to print it out, and I'm going to put that hard copy in the mail. So in order to figure out which...
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, for whatever reason, like Blake Lively feels older than Amber to me. I know Amber's not looking so good getting older. I get it. She's not hot anymore. But like, just Blake Lively feels older than Amber. It's kind of weird. And they both feel older than me. And I'm older than them. Yeah, Carnal Card is a bulldozer. And she's got a haircut now, which might help her move even smoother through the wreckage and bulldoze stuff.
Attorney we're complaining about here, we need to go back to the fake lawsuit that Blake's shell company filed. And so I'm going to go to Leanne Newton's page. If you're not familiar with Leanne Newton, she is online every day serving up the best legal coverage of this controversy.
Nope, don't know
every day, new updates on the legal aspects of the situation. And so she's posted this here, this fake lawsuit. You can see that it was respectfully submitted by Manat, Phelps, and Phillips, LLP. Now, this is an extremely prestigious, well-known law firm, and I cannot imagine that they are loving all of the negative attention that they're getting right now from these shady and, I think, illegal transactions that they engaged in with this fake lawsuit here. So Manat, Phelps, and Phillips, and then we have the actual attorney, Samantha J. Katsy.
Katsy is a pretty interesting name. What's your name? My name's Katsy. Kind of like a bunch of cats being cats.
Not a good look, lady. Not a good look. So these are the attorneys that I'm going to be complaining about in my official complaint. So I'm going to complain about Samantha Katsy, and then also, of course, the larger law firm, Manat, Phelps, and Phillips, LLP. By the way, this is Samantha Katsy. Again, I guess you never thought, Samantha, that these kinds of shady shenanigans were going to get called out, would ever come to light. And this seems to be the major overarching mistake, strategic mistake that Blake Lively and Ryan...
Wait, Katsy means dicks? Katsy? Like, she sucked a lot of catsies in her time? Or go suck a catsy? Don't highlight this. Okay. All right, hey. When it's finally getting interesting, people get irritated. All right.
Ryan Reynolds and their team has engaged in time and time again is their assumption that their shady, unethical dealings would not come to light. They really thought that they could engage in all of this unethical and, I would say, illegal behavior in this case. They really thought that they could do all of this and none of it would ever come to light. Well, it's coming to light now. And Samantha Katsy, I hope that someone holds you to account for what you did here. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phelps gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phillips, LLP, gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phillips, LLP gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phillips, LLP gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phillips, LLP gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phillips, LLP gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phillips, LLP gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phillips, LLP gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phillips, LLP gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phillips, LLP gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phillips, LLP gets a ton of negative PR. And I hope that Manat, Phillips, and Phil from this.
I'll give him some negative PR right now.
All right, so this is the letter, the complaint that I wrote. Ended up being more extensive than I intended, but I wanted to make.
All right, I'm glad that Colonel Kurtz actually wrote a letter, but you know what? I'm gonna kind of end this and move on because I don't know. I'm enjoying it and everything, but yeah. Well, thank you for the repost, Laura B. I appreciate that, and I will repost it. So Laura, I thought it was funny. I'm gonna see what's going on in our Meghan world. I mean, Megan's Mole, who's almost at 100,000 followers, always has something going on here. So, okay, right. No, all right. Who else here thinks Meghan Markle typed the letter herself and lied about it being from Harry and the children? Yeah, that very well could be. I mean, it's like hard to believe anything that Meghan does is authentic or genuine, or it just seems like everything she does is some kind of a smoke and mirrors sideshow. Like it just feels like she's such a plastic person. What's up, Christina? Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. So, and Johnny was trending just the other day. I'm waiting for some day drinker stuff, man. I mean, what if I just search Johnny here? I wonder what comes up. And actually, unfortunately, Amber was also trending for whatever reason. And wait, what's this? Johnny Depp Lucky Them 2013. I got no idea what this is. But all right, this one I think is fake. This one looks fake to me, man. It looks like really, really clean and fake. I don't know. But yeah, it seems like just some kind of I've never seen this one ever in my life. There's just so many pictures of this guy. And that one's, I mean, most of them are real, like 95% of them are real anyway. This one looks a little bit like gassed up or like photoshopped up or something like that. So, we still got the Savage ads. So that's good. But yeah, really, I can't lie. There's just no news except that Day Drinker is like, that's a pretty good one too. That must be real. That Day Drinker is starting, but we need a trailer. We need something more than that one silly little shot of, Johnny in that this one. All right. Yeah, that's the only one we got right now. So, I mean, some are crappy AI, but not all. I think probably like quite a few are real. I mean, that one seems to be real, right? That doesn't seem to be AI, does it? No, that one's not AI, right? Something like that doesn't. I mean, is that AI or is it just? It looks touched up. He looks like a little younger than he is. Well, it could be taken like a while ago. So yeah, no, I don't know. It seems like most of them are real, but some of them are definitely AI. Absolutely. It seems like a lot of them are kind of real. So I don't know. What the heck? What the heck is that? I don't know. What else is trending here? Just doing some happy woo day. Trump is trending. That's interesting. That's interesting. All right. Well, Trump's not he's off to a rough start. Not going to talk about it, but just checking it out, and it seems like Mr. Trump's off to a rough start. Rough start, but not what I'm here to talk about. Just going to catch it once in a while. It's happening in the world, so I'm not going to shy away from like every little thing every minute. Oh man, what do we think of this? All right. Oh man, this is like Blake Lively. Did you see? No, I did. Maybe I did a little while ago. Okay, so what do we make of this? Blake Lively's like really looks like she's like getting pissed, and Ryan Reynolds like, okay, Okay, sweetie, I'll do what you say. I'll go over there. Just signal. All right, take two. Signal me away, and I'll go over there. Look at this shit. Oh man. All right, dude. I don't know. I make out that Blake Lively probably has a very, very rough personality in the end. All right, we had this heckling comedian.
On Amber every now and then.
All right, I'm going to go over because for whoever didn't see my video, you know, what the heck? Going to do like a 1 week roundup. Oh, Lord. Let's see what we got here. So this guy, unfortunately, he's got like a little bulge. Kind of irritating, but it's not like terrible, but he does a job of, you know, putting the Amber fan to shame. So I guess I'll deal with the bulge, although it's not very intriguing.
I check in on Amber every now and then. I have empathy for everybody who's a victim except her.
I like that. He's like, I got empathy for everybody except her. Oh, yeah. Laura, I totally agree. Everyone spells Laura the same. Laura, Laura. There's like no two ways to spell Laura. It's a pretty crazy thing in the universe.
Like, she ruined it for white women. Like, do you understand? Amber Heard sent white women back at least 2 weeks. Like, bro, if a comment section was a person.
Wow, that was pretty good. I've never actually heard that before. If comment section was a person. All right, not so bad. Not so bad.
You talk in all caps. I thought she was abused, and you won't believe what. Now I'm abused. Wow, real Johnny Depp of you. Wow, you're the real pirate. You really think she was abused? Damn. What about Johnny? Was he abused? He's an old man, so he's a.
Okay, so this person says Johnny Depp is an old man. He's a bajillionaire. So, I mean, what does it have to do with anything, man? Like, ugh. All right, I wish this guy was dressed a little bit nicer, but yeah, it's all right.
A bajillionaire. Okay, the fact that you think that's a number, because he's old. So if a man is old, it's like they're done. Their word means nothing. We don't respect them. So you talking shit about my dad. Blake Lively too. She ain't shit. But you believe she ain't shit. She goes, because Justin Baldoni's cute. I check it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess like what's up, Maya? Nice to see you. That's a nice flower you got there. What's that got to do with anything? Yeah, I mean, all right, like having money says something, I guess, in some weird way, but it's not really directly related to what we're talking about. So Carl Russell made a wisecrack about Harry having to get home to pick raspberries for his wife's soup. Oh man. Does anyone have that actual clip? Thing's got 700,000 views. Oh, I want to see that, man. Yeah, because Megan's like cooking shows like out of control, man. She's like nutmeg. That's pretty good. Billionaires wanted. I'm digging it. That's pretty good. All right. Nutmeg. Yeah, I'm gonna actually just repost that. I'm just gonna repost everything. And yeah, I'm just looking for. God damn, I'm looking for this clip, man. That would be great. Dude's getting old, but all right, whatever. Let's see. No one's got the clip. Please, I want to see the footage. I want to see the footage too, man. Where's the fucking footage? Oh well, I was hoping someone would have the footage. Look at Prince Harry. So Prince Harry was actually there. I'll give this thing a heart, whatever it is. All right, that's hilarious. That is a real mugshot. So I mean, I don't know, man. Like, ah, there's got to be we got to have some kind of a like final act to these two already. Like, what's the final act to like Meghan and Harry? What's the final thing that's gonna be in the news about them? Like, when does it actually end? Like, are they gonna be in the news till they're like 75, like old elderly, like, and no, Meghan and Harry, they're in canes and diapers, and they're Meghan showing up at some, I don't know, Walmart dispute or something, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, nothing ever actually happened between these two. So I guess like, okay, here's what it would take to get Meghan and Harry the news. If like they had some kind of a huge ass divorce or like abuse trial or something, after it settled down, after some big thing happened between them, people might be like, all right, that's it. That was the grand finale. Nothing's gonna top that. But it's just like people just hanging on by a thread, but will not let go of these two. That's just what it feels like. I mean, I guess I'm kind of guilty. I mean, Prince Harry appears alongside Hollywood stars while Prince William attends something, but no one has got the actual footage. Off to the strawberry field. All right. No one has the footage. No one has the footage. I could ask AI where the footage is. You know what? Let's do that. When in doubt, ask AI. Where's the footage where... Let's see. When in doubt, ask AI. Where is the footage when... Okay, let's see if AI can actually find me the footage. What's all proud? Thank you for the comments. I've been seeing your comments on my channel every day. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I can't answer them and discuss things you say and things. I mean, the channel's slow right now, but I still am looking through, 20, 30, 40 comments a day. So I still can't quite like answer them all and discuss things that you guys say. There is no variable footage of mainstream media report confirming that Kirk Russell made a wisecrack about Prince Harry. Oh, they actually mentioned Meghan's mole, man. AI is spectacular. Specifically, Legend comment about picking raspberries for his wife's soup at the Living Legend Aviation Awards or other event. The claim originates from posts on X starting around April 27th, with users like Meghan's mole and others referencing the supposed remark. However, the posts lack primary evidence. You know what, man? God darn it. Like, I love Meghan's mole. She actually follows me, and she's got a great account, but sometimes she gets debunked a little bit. Like, an ends justifies a means, okay? So I'm going to say, on the whole, I think what Meghan's Markle take two. Have another sip of hot chocolate. Please enjoy the live stream. So Meghan's mole basically, I think, is doing the right thing on the whole. Meghan and Harry, I think, are suspicious and not likable characters, and spreading bad news about them is overall a good thing, but once in a while she kind of, exaggerates or kind of adds something in that might or might not have been there. But on the whole, I'm with her. I like the account. Just once in a while, man. Just stuff like this kind of happens. But anyway. Anywho, whatever. Iron Maiden's trending. What else happened in the surgery will now be possibly replaced by robots. So all right, it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's kind of like there's a lot of like gender war stuff going on these days, like men versus women, what men do, what women do, what women have to do, what men have to do, and like all this shit is like every fucking day, man. Feel like there's some huge gender war. So it kind of got me thinking here. Like, okay, so women, as we know, I know mostly about the US. Were mostly like, you know, homemakers, housewives, and things like that until somewhat recently. 80s, 90s, 2000s, somewhat recently. And probably there are more women surgeons in the world than ever. And that's, I don't think, good or bad. It's just neutral. Whoever gets the job done gets the job done. It's surgery, that's fine. But it's kind of ironic that, like, now more women are getting in these job positions that traditionally they never held. Robots are going to take all the jobs. So it's just like, all right, we have like this feminist movement. Let's say the good feminism, not the bad feminism. Let's say the good stuff for the women who actually want to work and contribute. And they get up there and they're like, you know, like, yeah, we got there. We're surgeons now. We're lawyers now. And then it's like AI comes in and says, well, we don't want a gender. We're just going to be robots. So it's kind of like this big anticlimactic ending to the story. I mean, not like we're there yet, but it seems like it's going to happen. Yeah, but the thing is, you got to think of it this way. Like I was talking about like teachers with somebody, you know, and somebody was like, well, you know, in like Asian countries, they have native speakers teaching English. And, you know, someone's like, well, you know, we're always have a need for like human on human teaching. But when you think about it, when you go somewhere to learn something, you're not really looking for a human connection to learn the thing. You're looking to fucking learn the thing. And humans can make mistakes, especially with language. So if you've got like a AI teaching somebody a language, they're not going to have the same fluency as far as conversation, but they'll never make a mistake teaching grammar or spelling. Humans will quite Humans will quite frequently make mistakes. Grammar, spelling, even pronunciation sometimes, depending on what your country you're from and region you're from and things like that. And AI will never make a mistake, or very rarely. And if it does, it'll probably be corrected or something like that. So same thing with surgery. Is it going to, you know, F up once in a while? And it's maybe going to, you know, do something not so good? Maybe. But odds are it's going to mess up a lot less than humans would mess up. But like, that leaves us with a really big problem. I mean, if robots are doing surgery, like what can't robots do? And what are all those people going to do to like keep our system going that we've been upkeeping since like the dawn of time with trading things for services? You know, we used to trade like shells for services, then gold for services, then paper money, and just trade things to do things. But like, if we're not doing anything anymore, what are we actually going to be trading and paying with what? So, and who's going to be doing what? It's just a big, weird future we got coming up. And I can't show that. That's not friendly for YouTube. And here's Johnny with a fan. And I really love seeing stuff like this because, I mean, the stereotype, and just to be honest, guys and gals, and from my experience here, is that like a lot of Johnny fans tend to be women and men who grew up with Johnny and watched his climb to fame, mostly 40 plus. I think my audience in this channel is like, I think women from 40 to 60 is like the biggest. So I really love to see like this girl here. She looks like she's like 15 or something, like crying to meet Johnny. So I love seeing stuff like that. This is, I guess, in kind of like 10 years ago. He looks like maybe 10 years younger or something like that. So same thing with like the Beatles and like, older bands. I love seeing young fans like get it. Like they're like, this is my generation. It feels old to me, but still there's something like really good about it. So those are the best times. All right. What's up, Bosette? Nice to see you. As you could tell, my channel has somewhat reverted back to when you probably first subscribed here. Videos getting like 200 to 300 views. Couple of people in the live stream. I've got no topic. I'm at a plateau here. So if you want to just okay, you seem to always get silenced. I guess you actually pretty much put out your actual opinion. So that means you will get silenced more. As you know, as you figured out, I'm not saying everything I think. I'm holding back because I'm not a paladin here. I'm just here to pitch in as close as I possibly can to what I think is the right side of history. It's also a part-time job. I'm not playing White Knight. I'm not trying to save. I'm not being a rebel or a sacrifice, for free speech. I am trying my best, but I'm following some rules here. And now I'm rambling, and that's okay because that's basically what people do. Yeah, Bolsette says what he thinks. So, well, Bolsette's not a they. Bolsette, what kind of pronouns are you using these days? Just, let's take two. Let me have a drink of hot chocolate. What are your pronouns these days, brother? Can't get into that stuff. That's triggering. Triggering for some people.
And how does I call you, like?
You can call me Donald.
For real. It's Trump, isn't it?
Right.
Remember at the beginning, what you
TR. It's up there. So how long has there been businesses?
Well, business started from the day one, from early in the world.
And what was they doing business in back in the day?
Many, many, many years ago, hundreds of millions of years ago, people were doing business, and they were
probably actually not hundreds of millions. I mean, I think hundreds of millions of years ago probably wasn't a literal thing you wanted to say, but it's still pretty funny.
trading in rocks and stones and other things.
Who would want to buy rocks?
I don't know, man. You gotta ask them that.
I've got some business idea that I just want to tell you about, and I'll be a fool if.
Very quickly.
What is the most popular thing in the world?
Music.
No.
Tell me.
Ice cream.
Okay.
Everyone has it. And what is the problem with ice cream?
I have no idea.
It drips.
Okay.
So my idea is what?
To make a drip-proof ice cream.
No. Oh, that's a fucking brilliant idea. This. All right, whatever. You ain't going to come out with that, though.
No, I promise you I won't.
Well, my idea is to come out with just like these ice cream gloves that make the ice cream not go on your hands and make it all well sticky. And also keep your hands warm.
Okay.
When you was eating the ice cream.
Okay.
Is you win or is you win?
Okay. Well, it sounds like a good idea, and I hope you make a lot of money. Good luck, folks. It's been nice seeing you. You take care of yourself, okay?
Well, is you going to be in on that?
Well, it sounds like an interesting.
We've got like P. Diddy is going to be in it.
Good.
All right. This is but yeah. Anyway, well, it looks like not a pretty big crowd here today. I guess I just went on randomly, and this is what I get. Mick Jagger gonna marry his like the 39-year-old girlfriend. Anyway, not so active today. I'm gonna release a video. Gonna peace out for now. Do some stuff. You guys have a great evening. Thank you for stopping by. Lisa, Laura, you guys are still members. Much appreciated. It still helps the channel. Still putting out videos. Not gonna quit no matter what happens. Just chilling out. But you guys, thank you. Proud. I'm proud for stopping by. Malia, thank you so much. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good evening.